Well, as of the recording of this video, sadly, I did not get to put it out in time before this portal could do its nastiness, but if you guys have seen for today, which is Wednesday the 24th, so it should be today when the video comes out, that the island has shattered. So again, I'm going to put this out anyways just because it's still relevant, because it's still, my theories are still about the island and what it's going to do rather than just shatter. But if you saw in the video, it definitely let out some zombies and stuff, so that's definitely cool to look into. I'm not going to discuss that in this one, but I will discuss a lot of other things, so definitely watch and let me know what you think. And yeah, this is absolutely sick so far. Boy, do I have an episode for you guys today. So what this one's going to be about is another theory. Now I know I've been doing quite a few of these lately, but it's been hard trying to find some videos, like things to record, but this one's going to be super cool. And why I say that is because the island currently right now is sitting over Loot Lake. Now come on, if you guys saw the last video, definitely check it out because this is kind of a little spoiler right now, is that we were right. We were right that this island was going to appear back over Loot Lake. Not only was I right about that, but I was also right that the runes were going to shoot lasers at the island to power it up. Now yes, some of you may be like, well, that was kind of obvious. They wouldn't put runes on the ground for no reason if it wasn't going to help the island somehow. But I did say they were going to be really far away, and I said they wouldn't probably do that, but they obviously pulled them closer and kind of made that a lot easier to do. But before I get carried away with myself, I wanted to talk about what's been happening with the island so far. Because in this video, we're going to talk about what it's going to do next and what the next big idea is going to be for this season. And what I mean by that is discussing the new theory that they have come out with, the E9, and my thoughts on why that theory may not be exactly true. So let's start off by what's been happening with the island so far. So first off, the island, while we were looking at before, was only getting to the 4th rune. Now that it's already made it to all of them, it stopped right above the last rune. As it was taking power from that, all the other runes started lifting out of the ground like some sorcery magic that Fortnite has never seen before. When they lifted out of the ground, they started pulling towards the island. Now that has to be one of the coolest things so far because they were like little mini tornado islands floating around, which was super legit. But once they got close enough to the island, they all clustered and started powering the cube themselves. It was taking all of their power, kind of building up this giant purple glowing amalgamate thing. It started pulsating, making these crazy sounds, and eventually sucked all the energy it could out of the runes where they couldn't be used anymore. Now once that happened, the runes finally fell to the ground and were completely useless. Now they are currently just sitting there on the ground like kind of like a deserted wasteland, and the island started moving away, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with those. And they may just stay there because it's kind of, I don't know who would move them. Maybe the people living on the island, the scientists will move them at some point, but God knows. But the island eventually stops over Loot Lake, and currently to the recording of this video, which is Monday, that the island started shooting a purple laser into the sky, which looks like it's trying to open something up above in the sky. Because I don't know why else it would just stop there. Obviously, game mechanics why it would probably just stop there. But I'm not sure exactly what it's doing, but there is a giant purple laser. Now, since we're on the topic of the island over Loot Lake, there is a new theory out there called the E9. Now, this theory is a little sketchy to me because I'm not entirely sure I believe it. And why I say that is because all this purple crap that's been appearing on the island, and people can't really explain why or what it is. Like, I thought it was something that was going to transform the island. Maybe I still have a feeling it might because the island is still floating. And I don't know exactly what it is, but people are saying they see words or letters, the letter E9, in the structure of these purple cubes. And the why I say this one particular direction that says E9 is because it doesn't look like an E. It does look like a 9, I'll give you that. But it doesn't look like an E. If anything, it looks like a giant C, which, I don't know, it just doesn't seem very legit to me. And another thing that they thought about was these new sound files that came out. These lightning, big thunderbolt things. Now those sound files, at the moment, sound just like the island right now. The island right now is making these giant lightning thunder sounds, and it's absolutely crazy. You can't even go near the sucker without hearing that overwhelming everyone running around you trying to kill you. You just can't avoid it. So that's kind of why I don't really believe that theory. It's just, it doesn't seem like the E9, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm sorry, let me show you on the map real quick, is currently this factory location. The one with like the disco dance floor. Now this is the place where people think that it's going to appear. And what they've been calling it is called PermaRift. Now, I'm not entirely sure what PermaRift means, but from what I've seen in other videos, they think it's going to be some permanent rift ability thing, or the whole place is going to become this rift sky thing, like this whole little dimension area. Now again, that would be super cool, but I don't think that's how it's going to play out. So let me go on to my theory. So I guessed all the other time, I'm going to guess again. This is just completely me. I haven't seen anything about this, but what I think is going to happen is where the runes were located, their spots in the ground, all those corrupted zones, I honestly think something's gonna happen there. Now, you guys are probably thinking, well, the runes already moved, why would they do anything else there? Why I think they're gonna do that is because they wouldn't just burn the ground for runes, move the runes to the middle, and then abandon it. I feel like they're important for some reason, so what I'm hoping happens is, in my personal opinion, I think rifts are gonna show up there. And what I mean by rifts, I mean like purple portal suckers. Now, I think that's what's gonna be called the PermaRift. I think it's going to be an ability that's similar to the shadow cubes, because the shadow cubes were absolutely cool, where you could phase in and out of the spectral ghost. Now, if that could be a rift kind of ability, then why wouldn't PermaRift be something similar, where you would go through these portals and it creates like this purple other dimension, similar to when you absorb it, you turn into that purple phase. Very, very similar to that, except this time I think we might be able to attack and stuff. Now, I don't know if going through those portals or whatever would make you more powerful. Like, this is all speculation at the moment, but I think that's where this is going to take the direction. I don't think the map's going to change, because the map's already lost a giant loot lake island pulled right out of the ground, so I don't think it's going to be another map change. I think it's going to be a map addition with abilities, because the ability for the Shadowstone was one of the biggest features of Season 6. Obviously, I had to get taken offline because I couldn't figure out how to make it work. But now that it's working, it's super fun to use. Like, I don't know if you guys have used them, but it's super fun. So why wouldn't they make PermaRift very similar to using that purple cube? But that's really all I have. If you guys haven't seen already, like the whole villain thing I was saying, I don't really think that was a thing. I think I was just kind of pulling stuff out of the ground. But apparently for Halloween, they've come out with some pretty cool skins. So they came out with the new spider guy. I think the Dracula dude. Not really Dracula, he's kind of like some emo man-child thing. So hopefully a vampire is coming still, unless that's technically the vampire, and then a little sad. But either way, that's where I think this theory is gonna go, because Halloween's got its own thing. They're throwing out their editions, which seems to be item stores. But Darkness Rises, I think's gonna be rifts in those locations, or big portals that when you go through them, something's going to change. It's going to give you an ability. The environment's going to turn purple or some crap. I have no clue. But that's what I think. I don't think it's this E9 thing, because I feel like that was just pulled out of the water. But anyways, let me know what you guys think is going to happen, because I really hope I'm right on this one, because that would be super cool to go into another dimension through a portal rather than have one little location on the map changed. Like, I know they made the whole desert. I'm not entirely sure when that was introduced or why. But either way, I think the portal would be super cool, because that would allow us some new adventure rather than just a simple map change that everyone would just flock to. But with the portals, it could make everyone go everywhere, like, because they're all over. They're scattered all over with equal distance almost everywhere on the map. So why wouldn't people want to just go through this portal for whatever reason they're giving us? If you guys have any other ideas, or let me know what you guys think. I'd be super interested to hear all this, because this is all new to me. This is super cool. I absolutely love how Fortnite is going right now. Season 6 has been absolutely a blast. But yeah, like I said, hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate all of you who do and all of you who watched this. Thank you so much for the support. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you.